Welcome back, everyone. You are enjoying another episode of Fast Facts Pharmacology Edition, brought to you by a Tale 2 hygienist in partnership with Elevate Oral Care. And now, please welcome your host, Tom Viola.
Hi, I'm Tom Viola, a certified pharmacist, dental educator, and author. Stick with me, and I promise to make the next few minutes the best pharmacology learning experience you've ever had. Hi everyone, Tom Viola from Pharmacology Declassified. We got another Fast Facts Pharmacology Edition. Well, in this next series of Fast Facts, we're going to be talking about endocrine pharmacology. And if we're going to start with a discussion of endocrine pharmacology, we better off start with a description of corticosteroids. Adrenocorticosteroids, as they're also known, are medications that we take to supplement your body's own production of an endogenous hormone called cortisol. We use cortisol to treat our own inflammatory processes when they crop up. Cortisol is also used to help us deal with both physical, emotional, and mental stress. Sometimes, however, we get bouts of inflammation or inflammatory conditions such that the amount of cortisol we're making is not sufficient to treat the inflammation from that condition. We're talking about things like asthma and allergic reactions like poison ivy and rheumatoid arthritis, like an autoimmune disease, would definitely be a lot of inflammation that our regularly produced cortisol just can't handle. So in that case, we would need supplementation. In the case, of course, with an oral corticosteroid. We sometimes use them in dentistry as well. A familiar product to a lot of you may be triamcinolone in dental paste, or what used to be called Kenalog in oral base, and that was used for after stomatitis. And we also use corticosteroids to treat a condition called Addison's disease, which is a adrenal insufficiency. You're not making enough cortisol to meet the demands of your body. Okay, so for the most part, people use steroids to treat inflammatory conditions. Well, sounds like it's a great thing to have. Why do people dislike steroids so much? Well, it's because of their side effects. Steroids can cause some nasty side effects, and there's a whole list. So first off, in my mind, is what? Osteoporosis and muscle wasting, where you really can't move if you've been on a round of steroids at high doses for a considerable amount of time, 6 to 8 weeks. Good luck trying to get up and walk again. It's going to take you some time. What else? Increased risk of infection and decreased wound healing, which really matters in dentistry, because even though I love all you folks in dentistry, you do work in a cesspool, okay? You work in a fluid medium that's pretty full of microbes. And so if you give those microbes a foothold, they're going to take it. But other things too, systemic side effects like hyperglycemia, increased sodium and water retention, which can exacerbate hypertension, and increased gastric acid production, which can exacerbate peptic ulcer disease and GERD. So steroids have a long list of adverse reactions that doesn't make many people happy. Remember one thing though, when you take a corticosteroid, you're really taking an additional amount of cortisol, if you will. Okay, so taking a corticosteroid suppresses your body's ability to make cortisol, which is fine as long as you're taking the steroid. But when you stop taking the corticosteroid, you need to give your body a chance to start making cortisol again. That could take a couple days. So that's why we always, when we're taking steroids for longer than, let's say, a couple days, we always start with a higher dose and taper off to give your body a chance to start making cortisol again. Otherwise, if you were to abruptly discontinue the steroid, that could lead to something called adrenal crisis. So we don't want that. We want to make sure that we're doing everything we can to support your body's own production of cortisol. Keep in mind one other thing when it comes to dentistry. Whenever we use steroids, let's say post-extraction, that can exacerbate the gastric upset patients might get from using NSAIDs to treat that inflammation. Well, my friends, this is yet another episode of Pharmacology Fast Facts. This is Tom Viola. Be well. Oh, and one more thing. If you want to hear more from me, be sure to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, or visit my website at www.tomviola.com.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Fast Facts Pharmacology Edition, brought to you in part by Elevate Oral Care. creators of the innovative and proven prevention-focused oral care products from Advantage Arrest Silver Diamine Fluoride to Fluoramax Sodium Fluoride Varnish. Learn more by visiting www.elevateoralcare.com and schedule your free CE staff meeting today. We'll see you next time for another Fast Fact.